Hello, good evening, everyone. Right, so thanks for joining us live yet again. Yep. So according to a report, right, only 26% of the current crypto holders in the US are actually women. Right. Okay. So, however, in the same report, it actually shows that there are actually more women than men currently interested to get into crypto. Right. So they call this the crypto curious. Right. And women actually made up 53% of that. Right. So of course, despite women, displaying interest in, I would say crypto, but I would say women continue to be underrepresented among these crypto investors. Okay, so today is International Women's Day, right? As we know, so we are very happy and honored as well to have Shannon, okay, who you may find familiar because she's actually an actress. Okay, so you might have seen her on the TV before, on some of the drama that she acted in. Yeah, she's also a MC. Maybe you've been to some events and then you saw her before, right? So not only that, she's also a video branding coach herself. So she helped people, make and I'll say film better videos, right? So if you are interested in that, maybe you can also follow Shannon on her this so-called her social media platform and all that. Okay, so yeah, I saw some of you already live with us. So if you are here, can you give us some response by maybe typing IWD? Okay, IWD stands for International Women's Day. If not, you can just tap on the like button. But if you are women, tap on the love button. Okay, because today is your day. All right. Okay. Yeah. So let me just take a quick look. Okay, thank you very much. Right, so without further delay, let me begin by going through tonight's agenda. So very simple. Starting off, of course, we have what I call a fireside chat with our special guest on what actually sparked her to get involved in the first place, and other things like what could be stopping more women to be involved
Get
in
in.
cryptocurrency as well, right? Okay. Yes, and of course, not forgetting the market outlook, right? And today I'm actually going to show you, right, these tools, or in fact, not a tool, I would say two tools, okay, to actually spot this potential dumping. Okay, what does dumping means? In case you are very new in crypto, dumping actually means typically it means like a massive sell off. Okay, usually done by big whales. Okay, or we call them the rich buggers, like the the billionaires out there that can actually control and manipulate the market, right? Because sometimes they may just sell off everything to take profit, and most of the time this can cause some price to drop. Again, we as a retail investor, we actually don't like that because it will cause us to lose money, right? So actually, these two tools that I'm going to show you tonight, you can potentially spot this kind of dumping before it happens, and escape, before it dumps on you, right? Okay, and not forgetting today, of course, being a very special day, right? The International Women's Day. So we will be giving away two gifts, not only one. Okay, so one of them will be actually from our special guest herself, Shannon, right? And of course, another one will be from Mila, right? Okay, yeah. So with that, right, just a quick disclaimer first before we begin, yeah. Okay, so of course, do know that whatever discussed today will be meant for educational purpose and general information only, because in any investment, it is imperative that you still do your own due diligence, do your own research, and or consult a licensed financial advisor. So tonight's whatever we discuss with Shannon is also our own opinion, so it doesn't represent all the women in the world. Okay, so yeah, yeah, so it's more for discussion. Okay, so with that, Shannon has been waiting, to come to speak to us. Right? So with that, I would like to invite Shannon, and maybe give a quick, introduction to our audience here today. Right. So Shannon, over.
Hello. Hello, everyone. And hello to Leslie. Thank you so much for having me. Actually, I didn't know I was on already. Because I was busy sharing the stream, yeah, to my own Facebook also. And then after that, when I came back to this tab, I was like, oh, I'm in the show. So yes, okay. welcome to Crypto Learn SG. So my name is Shannon, and yeah, as I think Leslie already mentioned, so I do hosting, I do acting in Singapore, and yeah, I also because of COVID, right? So I started on doing teaching and coaching. Yeah, basically on how to create videos using your smartphone to do branding for yourself, which is very very important, right? So at the same time, because there's like a little bit more free time on my hands, right? Because of COVID, yeah, affected my events really really badly. So yeah, I also started to learn about crypto from Leslie himself, the crypto turtle. Yeah, so the turtle himself, the crypto. 华语叫什么？乌龟神？No，神龟，crypto 神龟. Yeah. So which is really cool. Yep. Yeah. Leslie, what's your crypto turtle in Chinese?
Actually, I don't have a a translated version of the crypto turtle in Chinese. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
really?
but actually, some people ask me before, since Shannon mentioned crypto turtle. I was like, Leslie, why you use this crypto turtle? I think I have not actually even shared before on my Facebook group itself. Yeah. So probably some of you may be curious. So maybe let me just do a quick 1 minute explanation. I don't want to bore you with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay. So
those
what happened is there's actually two reasons. That's why the first reason is actually very simple. I actually like Ninja Turtle a lot since I was a kid. Yeah, so that's the first reason. Yeah, second reason is actually this. My trading or investing method is very similar to this sorry, not crypto, turtle trading. Okay, so if you go and Google turtle trading, right, it's actually a trend following uh, a trading system, trading strategy. Yeah, and it's so I thought that hey, it's actually quite similar to what I have, and I also like Ninja Turtle, right? So I say okay, why not crypto turtle? Okay, I would say there's a third reason as well because this I forget the guy's name suddenly. The one of the legendary trading so-called legend. I know he created this turtle trading. Okay, and why he called it turtle trading, right, is because he visited Singapore. Okay, and he went to a turtle farm in Singapore. And then out of no reason, I say, okay, let me just call it turtle trading. Yeah. So I would say that is like a third reason, right? Because I'm in Singapore, I think, things, it's very, very apt, so that's why I say, okay lah, crypto turtle.
right.
Yes,
Michael
yeah.
Cobell, is it?
Sorry?
Michael Cobell, is it the guy?
No, it's, I think something Dennis, let me
Oh, because when
just
I said
quickly.
who created turtle trading, it came out as Michael Cobell.
Oh, no, it should
Uh-huh.
be turtle trading. Oh, that one is the book. That one is the book. Okay, but
Ah,
it's actually one I suddenly cannot find.
it's okay. No matter who created, just
Richard Dennis.
Richard Dennis.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Richard Dennis. Yeah, that's the guy who created. Yeah, I
Right.
suddenly can't remember his name. Okay,
No
so I think enough of the third story. I think later people, they switch off lah because hey, Leslie, today is International Women's Day, right? Not International
turtle day.
Turtles Day. Right. Okay. So of course today, how are we going to conduct this fireside chat with Shannon? So it's more like a Q&A. So because as we mentioned, there are lesser women in the crypto space, right? And Shannon being a new crypto investor herself and also being a woman, so you all can tell, huh? Right. So we have some question for her, about women in this space, right? So without further delay, let's begin, yeah, with the first question. Are you ready, Shannon?
Yes, bring it on.
And okay, so first question is, okay, how actually you started, wanting to learn about crypto, okay, and how's the journey so far? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, good question. I am definitely a very, very new crypto investor. And I mean, I've been hearing about crypto since like a long time ago, right? I mean, since years back. But because I'm generally quite bad with money, with investing, so I was really scared to enter into this very unknown, mysterious space, right? Like, what the heck is crypto? Like, is it a scam? Really can make money, man? I think they're just out to cheat people's money. We'll sure lose a lot of money, right? And everything. So it was really until last year, right, when I learned from it was last year, yeah, that I was like, okay, you know what, since I know Leslie, and he's been doing really well in crypto investing, and he has a course, so why not I just learn from him, right? So I started learning the basics of crypto investing from Leslie. And because to me it's really like learning is there's no harm in learning more things, right? So you learn already, then you decide, okay, does it make sense? If it makes sense, then you act on it. If it doesn't make sense, then you just let it out of your mind lah, right? So there is no loss in that sense. But if let's say you don't even start to learn, right, then I feel like wow, then I very 对不起自己. Like yeah, I can't I won't be able to say that, hey, at least I've tried, or at least I've learned a little bit more about it. Yeah, so then I would have no regrets. Yeah. So when I learned from Leslie, and then he taught the system, I was like, oh my goodness, like, okay, that's quite easy to follow. Yeah. And of course, there are more advanced techniques and tactics as well to it. So, but for me, I'm like, okay, this is great for me as a newbie, as someone who is really bad in investing. Yeah, it's easy enough, and it's relatively, I would say, foolproof for me. Yeah, as in like I just need to follow the rules, right? So if it meets all these rules, then okay, I will enter, right? If it meets the exit rules, then I will exit. Yeah, so it's very straightforward in that sense. Yeah, for the beginner strategies that Leslie was teaching. So yeah, so I did make a little bit of money, not a lot, because I didn't dare to put in a lot of money. Yeah, I only started with like $1,000. Yeah, so I'm like, this is what I would feel comfortable with losing. So yeah, so if I really lose this $1,000, okay lah, yeah, then that's it. Yeah, but if I make a bit of money, then okay, I have more confidence to be able to put in more after that, right? So made a bit from what Leslie shared. And then however, Shifu, I'm really sorry to tell you that after that I didn't follow your advice. I didn't follow the rules, and I listened to another friend who told me something about Bitcoin, right? So I bought Bitcoin, yeah, without following the rules, yeah. And even though everything was against the rules, yeah. So but I was like, okay lah, I just try lor. Yeah. In the end, Bitcoin after that crashed, yeah, which is now still in a very low stage now. So but when I bought, it was at the almost at the peak, yeah. So I was like, I should have just listen to what I learned and not anyhow listen to other people. Yeah. So yeah, so major regret over there, but thankfully it's just $1,000. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna trust that Bitcoin will actually bounce back and go even higher. So I'm just gonna hold it and and keep it there. So yeah. So that's my current journey so far.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Well, I didn't know that until today. Yeah. So, oh, so you followed something else, I would say, or someone else, for the matter, right? So,
Yep.
and it didn't go too well, lah. Okay. So it's a roller coaster. Yeah. So there's something that I find about I would say not all, definitely, right? Not all, but majority of the ladies, right, women who started investing, whether it's crypto or any other vehicle, like stocks and share and all that. Generally, women are a bit more careful. They tend to start with a smaller amount. That's what I noticed, right? So maybe that's one of the reason why lesser women are in crypto, because it's known for being very volatile. I'm not sure. Maybe that's one of the reason, right? Okay, so I'll say your journey has been there's ups and down, right? So I hope it will be more up than down, right? So by the way, people who are watching, if you do have questions for Shannon, do type in the chat, yeah, so we can ask her to answer, in this today, the International Women's Special so-called session, right? Okay, yep. So yep, let's go to question number two. All right. So number two is that in your opinion, right? Why do you think there are actually lesser women in the crypto space, compared to men? What could be stopping them? That that they are not going to the space yet.
Wow. I mean, I can't speak for all women, right? I can only speak for myself. But I think, like you said, women are a little bit more cautious. Yeah. With finances, with money in that sense. So, yeah, because crypto is so volatile, they do not really want to enter it. I think also perhaps a lot of women will let the men, like let their spouses, their husbands, do the investing. Yeah. So, yeah, especially if they are not or especially if the husbands are better at managing money, at better at investing. Yeah, so maybe it's like if let's say like I were to have a spouse, right, who is really good in investing, then I'll just okay, I give you this amount of money, then you help me invest, okay? Yeah. So I think that's easier. So perhaps that could be one reason why there's lesser women in the crypto space. However, having said that, right, I have seen quite a few of my friends, even one of my students for my video course lah, who is very, very good in crypto. Yeah, in fact, she is also like kind of teaching crypto herself. Yeah, though she doesn't have a course, but yeah, she's been sharing a lot about crypto investing also. And because she's also a financial advisor, so I think she's very good in finances, management, money management, and things like that. So yeah, so it's more about the confidence, having that confidence to be able to manage your money better. Yeah. So I guess women perhaps have lesser confidence in terms of managing money. Yeah. Could also be due to personality. Yeah, because men are generally speaking a bit more logical compared to women, right? Women are more of the nurturers, right? We are not so much of the engineers. That's why if you see a lot of the more common like the STEM sector, right? Science, tech, math sector. So there are a lot more men than women. Yeah, so that's why a lot of women are like, hey, you know what, women sisters, we got to rise up, we got to enter the space. It doesn't mean that we're women, we can't be as good in this man dominated sectors, right? I think that's great, but sometimes I feel also that could be a personality thing. Yeah, because women, or could be a cultural thing, we are taught to actually be more nurturing. Yeah, we stay at home to manage the family, to look after the kids, right? So although that's quite outdated thinking already, so but it still kind of persists in some cultures and in some countries as well. Yeah, so I think with like International Women's Day, we're celebrating the independence of women, we're celebrating the achievements of women, right? Just to put it very simply, I think that's really awesome because it really helps to unlock what women are actually capable of. Yeah, instead of just because I learned this as a kid, right? My mom always told me that yeah, or we learn from seeing our moms, right? That the moms are always the one staying at home to look after the family. Yeah, and the men, the husbands, will always be outside, bringing in the dough, managing, all the managing people. Yeah, so it's time to actually um lead lives that we also want to. Yeah, and lives that we never thought could be possible. Yeah, so in the crypto space, since we're in a crypto Facebook group right now, so yeah, in the crypto space, I think it's actually a really wonderful way to start something. Yeah, because you can just trade crypto basically in the comfort of your own home, right? You don't need to go out of the house, you don't need to have a degree in it before you actually start doing it. Yeah, so wherever you are, just start something small. It doesn't have to be crypto if you are really super not comfortable yet. It could be just starting with like stocks, right? Or options, or just managing your money finances in a better way. And then after that, slowly you know expand your entire portfolio, and then you can include crypto as part of your portfolio. Yeah, so yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to just try something new. Yeah, this International Women's Day.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Sharon. Shannon. Sorry, for sharing again. Yeah. So I do agree. On some points that of course nowadays we talk about equality. Of course men and women are equal and all that. And of course I believe in that as well. But again, like what I mentioned, historically, if you like, women are known to stay at home. Like you say, then the man goes out to work, right, and get the money and finances. So yeah, it does make sense to me also when you mention that, it's very natural. Hey, if I have a spouse, then your job lah, go and make more money. Yeah, so the investment, that usually men, okay, I need to make more money because for my family. Well, maybe not by choice in a way. Yeah. So women probably have more choices. I don't need to bother myself with this. Yeah. Some maybe that's one of the reasons. Yeah. So on this topic as well, of course, we, like you said, since young we are taught kind of tuned to that. Even for children toys, right, if you notice, like they have like those vacuum cleaner toy, all these. It's actually for girls, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cooking toy, but boys don't go and buy boys. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of like from young we actually tuned to that. Yeah, so that makes sense. That makes sense, right? Okay, so yeah, if you're loving the sharing so far, can we ask for a love this time? Okay, just tap on the love button so we know that you are enjoying it and watching it with us, lah. Right? Okay, so on to the next question. Any investment is imperative.
Oops.
Oh, okay. I think it's a. Oh, I think you are playing it
I
from
just hope, yeah, yeah.
your browser. It's a bit lag, man. I think it's a bit lag. Yeah. So
Correct.
number three is what do you think can or will encourage more women to participate in this crypto blockchain space?
Wow, I think this is a tough one because it's a very big topic, right? It's a, yeah, there's so many different ways to be able to do this. Um but I think maybe to put it very simply, right? Um for me lah, okay, I think maybe it's easier or I'm forced to, because for me I'm single, right? So I don't have a spouse to rely on to be able to make more money, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what? In order to have freedom for myself, I need to learn how to invest. Yeah, and manage my money. Yeah. So if I don't do that, then I'm going to be the one suffering. So before, so probably in my 20s, right? I always just okay lah, I know it's okay one. I don't need to learn about all these things because my future husband will be able to do all these things lah. Yeah, because by right he should be better at money management, at finance than me. Yeah. So but who knows that 25 came, 35 came, still single. Yeah. So I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, 30 years old already, still no husband, right? Then 35 already, oh no, still no husband. And then this year, oh no, 40 already, still no husband. How? It's like, okay, you know what? I think let's just stop trying to rely on someone, or or just trying to find someone, and then hope that, yeah, I will be able to leave these important areas of my life to him. I'm just going to take charge of it myself, like right now. Yeah. So if you are in a similar position, doesn't mean that you have to be single. Maybe you are married, right? And but you don't really have your own finances, or you're not really good in investing or growing your money, then you know what? It's always good to start looking into this area of your life. Why? I don't. Okay, it feels very bad. Yeah, it feels bad to say this, but in case lah, just choi. But what if one day, yeah, you have to manage these things by yourself? because you leave the relationship, or yeah, you just become single again, right? Then with financial independence, you will have more choices, yeah, in your life. So I have heard of people, they are in a really bad marriage, and or maybe they are abused, right? Physical abuse, um and however they don't dare to leave the marriage even though they really want to. Why? One, of course, kids lah, but two is also because they are not financially independent. Yeah, they do not have the choice to leave because they are worried if they leave, what's going to happen to them, right? So, really, with um, knowledge, yeah, about finances, with your independence, in terms of finances, it gives you a lot more freedom. It gives you a lot more options. Yeah, of course, I'm not saying that, get divorced. Yeah, yeah, for over small things. Yeah, I mean, it's really, if there isn't any other choice anymore, somehow or other you end up having to be independent. Yeah, living independently. Then having that financial knowledge will help you so much. Yeah. So that's my personal take on it. Yeah. Someone says you don't look 40, Shannon.
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry. Yeah. So you caught the main thing that Shannon say. Shannon say a lot of things, but you caught the main thing. That's that she's single. So those later will be giving out a Google form, right? So if you are interested, just kidding. Okay. So we will not be giving out Google form, but if you are interested, you can try to PM later. Shannon, you get a lot of PM. I don't know.
Come,
Right.
sending applications.
All right. So jokes aside, yeah. So I would say this again going back to a little bit of cultural, historical kind of behavior. Right? In what I just mentioned is something like what we call 私房钱, right? Last time women, right, say, hey, I must have all this money. Those who don't understand Chinese, like money I keep aside for myself. So that in case anything happen, you know, I still can, take care of myself, take care of my children, right? Even, something happened, touch wood, with your spouse and all that, right? Okay, so yeah, I think that's very good points. There are some very good points. So I would say that, gaining some of this financial independence or having some 私房钱, right? Okay, will be something I hope that can encourage more women to participate and take part in the crypto space or even just start to invest. By the way, the women, the lady you mentioned that doing crypto and also your mentee, I know her, right?
Oh,
I don't,
okay.
why do I know her? I don't know. It seems like you are mentioning someone that I know also. Right,
Small
okay.
world. Bro.
I don't know if I know her. I just guessing. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So with that, let me just go to. Let me see any questions so far. So far, not yet. Hold on. Let me go back to my slide. Okay. So finally, any word of advice, as a woman in crypto to another woman who may be sitting on a fence, wanting to learn about crypto, but have not taken action yet.
Mm. My very simple and straightforward word of advice would be just learn and get started. Yeah. Simple. Yeah. Just learn and get started. 5 words for you. Just learn and get started. Yeah. Have no regrets. Yeah. So because I was really skeptical about it, then I learned about it, and then I was like, okay, this makes sense, right? And plus, I mean, crypto has actually been around for actually quite many years already. How long roughly? About 10 years.
Uh, it should be going to 13 years with.
Wow, 13
Mm,
years already, and it's still
mm.
going strong, right? So it's not going to actually fade away. Yeah. So if you were to go back in time, at which stage would you want to learn investing? Definitely when I was still schooling. Yeah. So, honestly, there is no better time than to start now, because now is the youngest time that you are, the earliest time that you have. Even if you are 50, 60, 70, yeah, now is the best time to start. Yeah. So yeah, so and with the past 2 years, I think especially, crypto really just went through the roof. NFTs, just went through the roof. And I it's always better to jump on it sooner than later. Yeah. So, however, just do take note that you only put in what you can afford to lose. Yeah, just in case, really for some reason, maybe you're not as experienced, or whatever, like there's market crash, like because of the war going on, etc. Right? So you never know what's gonna happen. So really just put in whatever that you can afford to lose, or you can afford to just hold on to. Yeah, so that it won't affect your daily living, obviously. So yeah, again, the 5 words: just learn and get started. Yeah, right now.
Okay, yeah. So, just learn and get started. This is what Shannon said, and also put in what you can afford to lose, right? So, and have no regret, right? If
Mm.
I would say again, like what Shannon said, there's no, I would say no risk, but I would say is that if you don't learn, you don't know, right? And if you learn and it don't make sense to you, then there's no risk yet until you start, right? So, yeah, there's something you can start. Okay, so yeah, I think this is a very long message
Oh.
from Zach W. Okay, I saw a study recently. According to a survey done in the US, nearly 2 out of 3 students had taken finance course reported that they were earning 3,000 a year. A high majority of the same group say they were in the habit of creating monthly budget, and 20% really own a car they paid for themselves, right? Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think kids nowadays, are so much more blessed than our time. So yeah, because I think during our time, I mean, I'm assuming that Leslie and myself are similar in age. Or Leslie is older because he's a turtle, right? He's a 神龟, yeah. It's a 千年神龟. Yeah, so our time, right, really there isn't such thing as what financial independence, financial learning, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, or even like entrepreneurship, etc. Right? Our time was just really so focused on, you must study hard, do well on your subjects, right? And that's it. Yeah. So now, right, there are so many resources, so many different courses, yeah, to be able to just tap into. So now is the best time to get started. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree because last time we don't have Google and all that, right? So it's harder to look for information and all that. Yeah. So even if
Yeah.
you want to trade stocks and all that, it's not so easy. You want to fund a training account, you probably has to send a check, to somewhere and fax your document and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to open an account. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a very good advice. Yeah. By the way, again sidetracked a bit because you're talking about age and turtle and all that, right? So do you know how old Ninja Turtle is? Not how long they have been out, but in the show, in the cartoon, right? How old are they in the cartoon? Do you know?
Can I Google? um, 1,000 years old?
No lah. Okay, they are actually 15. Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
15 years old. So that's because why they are called teenage mutant. So they are actually teenager.
oh my goodness, you're absolutely right. Yeah. But this 15 years old, so they don't age at all, is it, even until now?
Yeah, in the show itself, they are always 15.
Where got like that one?
If not, they cannot be called teenage mutant. It will be middle-aged mutant Ninja Turtles.
Elderly turtle.
Yeah, so they are always 15. I don't
Oh,
know about the latest series. Did they change anything lah? But our time one, no, the first series. Yeah, they are always 15.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's some other turtle knowledge beside crypto knowledge. Today, your learn other knowledge as well. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I think Shannon, you have a gift for our group, so-called the Facebook group audience. Yeah. So let me just show you guys, but I'll let Shannon explain. You know what? this gift can actually do for all of you, right?
Yep. Because I honestly am a proponent of woman for women, and women have so much messages to be able to share to the world out there, and the world needs to hear us. The world needs to hear our voices as women, right? Because especially men, there are so many more men speakers, there's so many more men entrepreneurs, yeah, in whatever field it is, right? But the women, we have to continue to rise up over the past decade or even more. Of course, more and more women have been stepping up, but there needs to be more. Yeah, it's never enough. And I know that a lot of women, in fact a lot of my women friends as well, they are still kind of in that mode of oh, I'm just happy staying where I am right now, yeah, and not going on social media or not being active, or not going to share my stories, what I've been through, which I'm like, no, 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 you have such a wonderful story that will encourage other fellow women, yeah, to be able to inspire other women as well. Yeah, so if any of you, right, feel like, okay, you know what, I think I might want to share my story one day, okay, but I'm really not sure how, what kind of content to create, how to create content to be able to share my stories on just even on social media. Okay, don't worry about it, because your girl over here got you. Yeah, I've got you. So this particular gift that I want to give to you, right, is an ebook that I've compiled together. It has 40 hacks, 40 hacks to help you create engaging content that your audience want to watch or to read, depending on what kind of content you want to make, whether it's writing or whether it's shooting a video. Yep. So there's 40 hacks for you, and so that you can get unlimited social media engagement, yeah, without having to pay for ads. Yeah, so for me, I'm a little bit stingy because I need to save money for crypto, right? So I don't really want to pay for ads. Yeah. So yeah, so this is really my special gift to all of you women out there. Men can also download lah, huh? Yeah, I'm not not what do you call that, genderist. What is the word for that, for yeah, gender bias? So
Sexist.
sexist. Oh yes, yes, thanks for that. How could I forget that? Yeah, so yeah, but really, women, you need to know that you are more than enough. You have a voice that the world needs to hear. Yeah, so go out there, go make waves, yeah, and be whoever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do, because you are a precious woman. Yep. So thank you, Leslie, for having me today.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shannon, and very well said. Yeah. So do download. I already put it in chat. Okay. So you can either scan the QR, but some of you maybe are on your phone, right? So it's impossible to scan. Yeah. So you can click on the link itself that I have put in the Facebook page itself, right? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Shannon, again. So for sharing with us on this special day, International Women's Day, like we celebrate women's achievements and all that. Yeah, so thanks very much for the special gift for our audiences. Yeah, so I hope that this can be useful to everyone. Right. Okay. So next up, we are going to go into the crypto market outlook portion. Yeah. So I think Shannon will be interested to know as well, because she yes, because she is already an crypto investor, right? Okay. So without further delay, right? Let's give Shannon so-called round of applause, but we probably cannot hear that, but probably just type thank you to Shannon in the chat, or simply tap on the love button so she knows that you love her sharing so far and love her gifts, right? Okay, so type thank you to Shannon, or put in the love button, yeah, if you can. Okay, so with that, if I don't see the love button, then I'm not going to share the crypto market outlook. Okay, no, just kidding. Okay, yeah. So with that, let me go into that. Right. So first up, we actually see a very very fresh news that came out. So it's actually talking about this US President Joe Biden. Yeah. So it's actually set to actually sign a what they call an executive order, okay, by this week, okay, that will actually outline the US government strategy for cryptocurrency, because currently it is so-called being criticized, or feedback, if you like, that it is not very clear what you can or cannot do in the US, right, regarding this digital currency or cryptocurrency, right? So there have been works, since last year that, require the federal agencies, if you like, across different government sector to actually report, later in this year, what are they going to do about this digital token. So it's a little bit like what Singapore have, some regulation. So it's actually a good news. So it becomes very clear. Okay, but it becomes very clear that what you can do, what you cannot do. Are you banning it or not, and things like that. Because now it's being very, very ambiguous, right? So people can be guessing. Right? Sometimes just one report or one word. So people try to guess and react according to that, and sometimes we can guess wrongly, and it actually affects the whole crypto market. Yeah. So with this order, that will be signed, hopefully, then I think things will be clear. And I think this is what I would say is a bullish news. I would say it's a bullish news, right? It's a positive news, right? Regulation, remember, is not a bad thing, right? Because it means that it's being accepted. If you think about it, right? So some people are afraid that it may get regulated, the US government, or whatever government is clamping down and all that. So you think about if it's not legit, they will not regulate it. They will just ban it. It's different. If you think carefully, right? So if you talk about 10 years ago, when you ask people to invest in Bitcoin, they'll tell the one is not regulated. Okay? So now regulated, then you ask people to invest, the one the government is catching us. So there's always two sides of the coins, right? So, but to me, I think this is something that is pretty positive, right? So it just came out this less than a day ago. So hopefully there will be some good reaction from the market as well. Hopefully it goes up again, right? Okay, so that is one. So the other part will be on the analysis, right? So we actually have this crypto market watch every Sunday now. Also, it's actually just 2 days ago by the trade engineer, right? So I will not do a repeat. If not, it will become like a repeat. Okay, but I'll be sharing something else. So if you want to know about the analysis of Bitcoin and crypto market in general, so you can actually watch back the Facebook Live, okay, which I will show you later, where you can actually find all these previous Facebook Live that you can refer to very, very easily in the group itself. Okay, so later I'll show you before I talk about these two tools, right, which I mentioned at the start of the live, that you can actually spot potential dumping by these big whales, right? Okay, so with that, let me just switch my screen first. Share screen. Give me a second. Sometimes I use two monitor, also blur. Okay, so okay, let me show you first, right, how to get all the previous live very, very easily. So you go into our Facebook page, go under guides. Actually, you can find all of them. Okay, so the live streaming is actually here, and this is the Sunday market watch. So you can actually look for them and then watch the one on the last Sunday on the technical analysis that is done by the trade engineer, right? So I don't do a repeat. If not, some of you have watched the Sunday one, then it becomes like a repeat, right? So not only that, you can also get some of the resources here. Okay, if you have not checked out this guide before, so there are actually some free resources for you to go and download. Okay, so under the guides, very, very easy, right? So with that, let's go to a chart. Right, so this is actually something that I shared before, but probably not all of you tonight has so-called seen it. Okay, so I talk about this smart money, okay, index, okay, where you can actually see when the red bar, okay, goes above the blue line, it's actually a good time to buy. Can you see that? Okay, I think that's what I shared previously, and it starts to come down, and the green bar starts to get a lot, right, it's time to sell away. Can you see that? Okay, so what does the red and the green bar represent? Just a recap. The red bar actually is smart money. What are smart money? So smart money are money that is pumped into the market by the whales. Okay, when I say whales, I refer to the billionaire, the institutional investors. That means all the rich people. Okay, so when they put in money, because it makes sense. Like me and you, Shannon, we put in a few $1,000 or maybe even a six-figure amount, $100,000. It will not move the market, right? Because the crypto market is billions and even trillion in value. So your 100,000 will not move the market, okay? But Elon Musk $5 billion will move the market, for example, right? Okay, so that are the smart money that goes in and then you pump the market, right? So the green bar refers to dumb money. Okay, so unfortunately they call our money dumb money lah. Okay, so my money, Shannon's money, or dumb money lah. Okay, so yeah, I got a friend here. He belongs to the smart money. He asked a question just now. This one, this ZW smart is the smart money guy lah. Okay, okay, so yep, and okay. That's what I shared previously. Again, you can look back at the previous live if you want to know more about this smart money. Okay, but that the other time I share more on the red bar. Okay, it means you follow a red bar, right? You can actually start to buy or sell. Okay, can you see that? It's actually, yeah, when it goes below and eventually more and more green bar appear, right? It's time to sell. Let me explain the rationale to you later. Okay, but okay, you can also just use the green bar, right, alone, okay, to detect, okay, when you can actually start to go in. Can you see that when the green bar is below this first line, okay, here, it's actually also a good time to buy one, usually. Okay, you can see a bit of red bar. Okay, but when it start to come back and cut down, it actually seldom, okay, move above the first line without the red bar, okay, seldom. Okay, usually if it moves below the first line, sorry, okay, there will be red bar. Okay, very rarely don't have. Okay, can you see? Very rarely don't have, right? So when you see this, right, you have to be careful. Okay, you can buy, you can start to buy, okay, but when it disappear, right, or the green bar cut back to the the first line. Why I keep saying white, so it's not even white. Okay, so the first line, okay, then likely there will be a dump. Okay, why is that so? Okay, remember, okay, when there's a lot of dumb money, right, that comes in, right, it's the best time for all these billionaires to trap us. Okay, because when they sell, who buys? The smart, the dumb money people are us. Can you see that? Usually this is, if you look at the sentiments here, right? Okay, start to go down, then people don't buy, right? Okay, people start to sell off. Can you see no more green bar? Or then the billionaire come in. Buy, 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 buy. Then they play with your emotion a little bit. Okay? They play with your emotion a little bit. Drop. Okay, go out again. Wow, deep. Okay, let's buy the deep. A lot of people say, buy the deep. Then you see the green bar start to appear because all the retail investors come in. Or then the institutional player run away after selling off. As in, then you are being trapped. So they test your patience. Now they are actually testing your patience. Okay, how long can you keep? Okay, so once the green bar get lesser and lesser, the red bar will come back. It's always like that. Okay, so now they are testing your patience, just like this portion also. Once the patient run out, and see they test your patience, all the dumb money go in and buy. Buy. Well, then run out. I think let's sell it off. Sell. Okay, the smart money people come back already. Okay, yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is that you have to take note when the bar suddenly comes back, then you know that there is a potential dump. Okay, there's a potential dump by the big whales. Okay, so that's one indicator you can actually use. All right. Okay, let me see any questions so far. Okay, don't have. Okay, so yep, that's number one. Okay, number two is I also shared before. Okay, but again, maybe not everyone was here. Okay, when I shared, it's actually this unique address. Okay, unique address. Okay, so if you look at this unique address, right, we don't like something that is sudden spike. Okay, for example, this one, and recently also have. Okay, 2nd March. See, if I zoom in, see, there's a sudden spike of unique. What does unique address? Address in crypto means your crypto address, which means your account number. Yeah. Okay, so the more unique addresses means that more people are opening account. More people are opening an exchange to go into crypto. Make sense? Then that's why they got more addresses, right? So you think of all these new people, right, why they suddenly go in is when people say, "Oh, it's a good time to buy now. You better go and buy," right? Then they go in. So this is also the best time for the institutional player to go and trap. Okay, to go and trap people. Okay, so if you look back here, March 2nd, we go back here, March 2nd, you see, they start to dump. It's the best time already. Can you see? Then, okay, well, a lot of people buy, right? That's why all the green bar come back again. Okay, so if you look back at the previous one just now here, right? April 15. Let's check, Is that, okay, wait, one. April 15, 2021, okay? April, okay, April 15. Can you see? Then it's time to trap the retail investors. Is it okay? So this is another way for you to, so-called predict whether a dump is coming in already. Okay, yeah. So I think here also have November 10. Let's check one more. Okay, November 10. November 10, somewhere around this region. You see? Okay, once there's a spike, because that's the best time for them to trap. Okay, and so this is the second method, right? Okay, so if you have learned something so far, can I have just tap on the like button? Okay, so and maybe share it out with your friends as well. Okay, share it to your other page and our friends who you think may also benefit from this sharing. Okay, yes. All right, so with that, right, okay, I'm actually coming to an end. So, we actually talked almost an hour already. Okay, so, yeah, and actually, I want to, give this away. Okay, but let me show you how you can actually get this. Okay, there are some criteria. Okay, for you because International Women Day. So it's actually a crypto fundamental course. Okay, so it's actually a very basic course for you to get started if you are very new, right? So if you are not new but you know someone who is sitting on a fence, with wanting to go into crypto but don't know where to start, this is something that can help them start a little bit, getting to know about the fundamentals and the basics. Okay, so but let me just go back to my slide first. Where is it? Here.
I have my phone ready to scan already.
Shannon, you no need lah. You already,
No, I still very blur.
Okay, so this one will be first criteria. You need to be a woman, okay, because it's International Women's Day, so it's a gift for the women. Okay, so sorry, because I'm using two screens, sometimes I'm very confused. Okay, so yeah, so of course to celebrate this International Women's Day is a day where we, I would say, uphold and recognize the achievements of women all over the world. So when International Women's Day is around the corner, right? It's actually the day we celebrate women and have them to strive and empower them, to move forward in anything. Maybe they are, maybe in crypto, for example, they are still not very clear what to do yet. So it's actually a day to strive, empower them to strive forward. Okay, so definitely women cannot be recognized just by one day. Okay, this need to be done every day. Okay, so don't get that wrong, right? So but with this gift, we hope that it can empower more women to navigate, participate and navigate the crypto space safely, number one, right? So not just listening to friends. So Shannon will tell you the horror story about that. Listen to friends, buy, then maybe wrong advice, right? Okay, and also safely, that's number one. Also, I will say with more confidence, right? Okay, so this will be free for the first 10 ladies, excluding Shannon, because Shannon will be the 11th one, right? So valid till this Friday. Okay, so what do you need to do? Very simple. Okay, either scan the QR code, and I also put in the the form for you to uh, fill up. Okay, just fill up. Then we will actually receive an email. Okay. Oh, now just let me put it in the chat right now because I'm afraid I may forget lah. Okay. Free crypto fundamentals course. Okay.
Sign up already.
Yep, okay. I put in a chat already, so y'all can fill out the form if you're interested. So if you have friends who you think could be interested, you can send it to them as well. Right. So these will be the things that is being taught in the class. Okay. Yeah, it's very basic, but I would say it is a essential knowledge if you want to start to invest in crypto. Right. So it's like learning the basic theory first before you go and drive lah. You must at least know where's the brake, where's the steering wheel, the accelerator, the gear, and all that. Okay, so this course will actually help you to get started with that. All right. So what if you are a man and you fill up? Okay, what if you're a man and you fill up? So firstly, of course, this one for women, right? So if you're a man, you fill up, okay, we will, okay, actually, okay, this is actually a paid course. It's usually it's not free, you need to pay, okay. So men, but of course on this group, as you already know, we don't do any selling, we don't do any selling, do any sales. That's why this will be given free on this special day itself. Okay, so if you're a man, you sell up, then we will send you an email also lah. Okay, so you can get it at 38%, okay, 38% of the price. Okay, why 38%? Because it's some powerful niche, okay. So yeah, so not minus 38, you get 38, that means minus 62%. Okay, that's for men, right? Okay, so if not, get your wife to sign out, I don't need to teach you the trick, okay. So all right, so with that, we have come to the end. So let me see if there's any questions that we may have missed out. I think so far don't have. Right. So with that, perhaps I just shamelessly ask for one last slide now. Okay, before before the end. Right. So for both myself, and Shannon, and of course wish everyone, especially the ladies, happy International Women's Day, right? So, Shannon, any last words for our audiences before we end the night?
Go do whatever you want to do and go be whoever you want to be.
Okay,
Yep.
very well said. Yeah. Okay. So, again, if you all want all the gift, that means both the gifts from Shannon and from myself. Okay, it's already in the chat, so you all can either click on a link or scan the QR code. Yeah. So with that, I wish again everyone happy International Women's Day, especially to the ladies and to everyone watching. Trade safe, stay safe, and of course, lastly, to the moon. Right? Okay. So see you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.